So welcome back everybody to Hermitcraft. I hope you enjoyed that small time lapse there where we were working on the outer parkour of quartz and sea lanterns, and I'm happy to say we got the flooring done now, as well as the outer wall. So that is looking quite nice. We can like fly through it here real quickly. Blink and you'll miss it type of thing. But yeah, it is coming together nicely. You can see we have several dozen jumps. Also a parkour llama in here. This guy's been making his way over from... he was almost at the village, which is a couple hundred blocks in that direction, like at the other corner. And what he likes to do is he likes to jump up on these trapdoors, then spin around, testing the trapdoor's durability, you know, inspecting the jump. And then he comes up here, and then he goes into this next one. And so he's just slowly making his way, reversing his way through the parkour. So, Parkour Llama is confirmed, and yeah, he's loving life right now. But... we still have a lot of work to do on this parkour, believe it or not. By the way, we also got this one done, this jungle parkour wall and floor. So things are looking good, but we need to do the roof now. And I've decided we're not going to use quartz for it. We're going to use bone blocks because I bought a bunch of bone blocks from Grian's Barge recently. And I think that would be a nice ceiling, especially if we can sort of like pattern it like this. Like where you have... alternating bone blocks like this, and then you have some like this, and some like this, and like this, and so it makes this really nice like tiled pattern, I guess, which is super cool. So that's what we're going to be using for the roof here. Now, before we put in the roof, I'd like to put in the jumps first because there will be some verticality component to some of these jumps. So like for instance, I might have something like this, and then maybe it goes like this maybe. So something like that might be one jump or something like that. So we want to make sure we don't hit our heads on this unless we absolutely want to. So that necessitates us putting in the jumps first. And yeah, you can see him test. See, Parkour Llama always tests out the trapdoors first before making his way over to the next the next parkour area. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and put in the jumps here. Again, this is gonna be one of the easier parkours right here. And yeah, see, he's making his way back. I'm telling you, he's testing stuff out. But yeah. We're going to put in some of the easier jumps on this parkour course. Some of the jumps later on might be a little bit challenging. Like you might not get it first time every time. But in general, this is going to be one of the easier parkours. So let's go ahead and put down the jumps here. And I'll be right back. After a lot of work, we got the first part of the parkour now complete. We got all the jumps in. We got the roof done in the form of the bone blocks. Which we actually had to go buy more bone blocks than we had. Because this took over a shulker box worth of bone blocks. So, yeah, not a cheap parkour here. And I say we try it out. I say we try out this parkour so you guys can see all the jumps and what it's like. And so, basically, you know, it's a parkour. So, you can't use wings. You can't use soul speed boots either, actually. So, these would actually have to be off. But I'm going to keep them on until we get to the one jump that it is meaningful. But you can't place blocks. You can't break blocks, right? So, yeah. It's a parkour. It's not that hard. But let's go ahead and start jumping, and we'll show you what it's like. So obviously these first jumps, pretty easy. Not really a whole lot you can mess up right there. So that's pretty basic. Oh yeah, we also put in some smooth quartz stairs here to cover up the sandstone stairs. So that used to look like that. So I think that helps out quite a bit. Let's do this one here now. This is the first probably non-trivial one. You actually have to get a couple of jumps. So there you go. And that's a slime block right there underneath of this carpet here. So that's that. Then we got a couple of straightforward like straight jumps, which just require you to jump pretty much straight. This one goes by a wall here. Jump onto the wall here and over. Jump onto the one wall here and over. We got a little snaking action in here. And so the goal is like this first one should take you about like 5 minutes or so if you do everything properly. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. We walk across the wall here with the glass panes on it. This one's similar to this one, except you can go right by it like so. Then we have the doors here. You jump onto the door, except I missed, which will happen occasionally, because these are I mean, some of these are pretty far, but like I said, there's no like tricks to them or anything. And then we jump over like this, like that. So yeah, pretty straightforward. We have to have this glass in some places to basically prevent people from just, you know, walking over the corner here or whatnot. So there's that. Next we have the end rods, which are also fairly straightforward if you don't sprint jump, except I'm butchering it, so it's not fairly straightforward if you don't jump well. There we go. And we have another slime block one right here. Come down here and over here. It's easier if you get the angle on the side like this. Perfect. And then same thing but reversed that way. Very good. Got your trapdoors up here, up and over. And yeah, that's why we can't have the elytra, because you could just fly down this in theory. Then we have this one here, which is also pretty straightforward. Just jump off of here. Got a corner jump here. Got an even longer corner jump right here, which you have to align this one properly. There we go. And then we have some ladder walking here. And then this one is another sort of like long one on the corner. So you go here and then you go up and through, if you can actually jump. You go up and through and then off the slime block here, which again is pretty straightforward. There we go. So you go right through the fence and the glass pane. This one is pretty straightforward, just across like so. This one you just bounce across like this. Another wall one right here. Then we have a wall and a fence one where you sort of have to like climb these things like this and jump over like that. Very good. Then we have another slime block one. A little bit tougher little L-shaped one here. This one you have to shift onto the edge of the wall here, and then you sprint jump across. This one you can actually do two ways. You can either sprint jump across like this, and you can actually make that jump. I just totally missed it, and I totally missed it again. That's the harder way to do it. Easier way to do it is just go to the trapdoor here first, and then over like this. But yeah, there's two ways to do that one. Then we go here onto the one block glass pane. And this one's another chain one, so you go across like this, except you don't miss that jump. Got to make sure and eat while you're here as well. And then maybe I could get this one properly. This is not a hard jump, I'm just missing it. So then you jump onto the slime block, you jump over here, and you got to go back. And so, I mean, there are some challenging parts of this, but there we go. You jump over here, then you jump over here and then up, and then you jump off here, off the slime block. And then this one here, this is probably the hardest jump in the whole thing. You have to sprint across the edge of the ice to the other chest area and then jump across. So if I try this, nope, missed that one. This one will probably take people quite a bit of time to do. But there you go, just like that, and then over. So that's that. This is the one where you can't have soul speed boots. So if you have soul speed boots, you just take them off. And the key is to land on the edge of the soul sand. If you just try and jump off normally, you can still make it, but you have to time it pretty well. And then this one, you jump off the edge of the packed ice and go over like that. So pretty straightforward, and that's the whole parkour, the first parkour, in its entirety. So yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. You know what time it is? It's time for a jungle parkour. That's right, we got the jungle parkour all completed. All the jumps made up of some green concrete, some jungle wood, and of course some green stained glass panes. We also got the roof on, all lime glass roof, which is going to be the floor of the next level up, which is going to be awesome. We also added in some redstone stuff. So for instance, when you finish this parkour, you run across this tripwire here, and boom, you get a nice star firework celebrating your completion of the parkour. Same thing with the modern parkour over here. If I step on this pressure plate, bada bing, there we go. You got a double star to commemorate you completing that parkour. So that's awesome. We also built up a little bit of bubble column action in preparation for the next level. So this is just a bubble column up on this side, like so, and then a bubble column down on this side right here. And then of course we got an area for, like, you know, to say if you completed parkour or not, and maybe do some time trials or something for each of these. So that's pretty cool. We also hit all the torches and stuff, so no more ugly torches going on. We got instead glowstone under here, which is nice. But let's get to the jumps on the parkour, huh? What do you say? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll try to get through this parkour and show you guys all the jumps, but this is a little bit more of a difficult parkour than the previous one, so I will fail some jumps for sure on this one. But hopefully not too many. Hopefully not too many. Hopefully we can get through in a reasonable time, although it's looking like maybe not. Okay, let's try and focus on this, and I'm just going to go through these jumps as quickly as possible, but it's looking pretty bad so far. This is not a hard jump. I just am not making it. There we go. Okay. Perfect. All right. I was going to say, like, that's like number 10 hardest jump on this whole thing. So hopefully that's not indicative of things to come. But yeah, some easy jumps in here, some hard jumps in here. This is a head hitter, obviously, because we hit our head here. So got to be careful here. And just sprint across like so, and then jump on like that, and then just keep going. So this one's an anvil one. It's pretty straightforward. Just jump on the anvils, or right beside the anvils. You have to land on that little ledge there, so not too bad. This is like a little O-ring type thing. Again, pretty straightforward, except you don't want to sprint off that. You actually want to fall down to the lower level. So you want to go over here, up here, and then fall down like that. Perfect. Then this one, you got to go around these glass panes, which requires you to move your mouse to the left a little bit, like so, and shift on this, and then jump on over. And we got a little wall neo here, a cascade of pharaohs right here. So this is pretty straightforward. Just jump on up and over, pretty easy. This one, you jump onto the edge here, and then over. You got some ladders here you got to land on, and jump over from there. Then we have a little 4.5 block jump type thing. This one is a little challenging, not gonna lie, but nothing we can't handle. But like I said, this will trip a couple people up, including me apparently here. Let's see if we can actually finish this one. Key is to land right at the end of the block, and then sprint jump over. Still no. Okay. And like I said, this might happen to a few people. There we go. Perfect. All right. Next up, we got a little ladder action. You got to go around this glass pane here. You can go either side. I'll just go this side, I guess. And so you get onto the ladder, and you go up and over like so. Then you jump over from there. Then we got some what are called trapdoor neos. And again, you can't just right-click these. This is against the rules. You can't do this. If somebody does this, ultimate shame. Ultimate shame. Yeah, so you can't do that. So you got to go around properly, like so, or not like so. So yeah, let's just do this, and then this way, and then over like this. Very good. So there's that. Then we got the trapdoors, and you got to make sure to jump, otherwise you definitely won't make it. And like I said, you gotta. I'm trying to commentate and do this at the same time, which is really throwing me off. If I just shut up, then I'll go faster, so I might just do that. But yeah, then we have little, like, some fences and stuff like that. We got some blocks, more fences. There we go. We got a door neo here. Just go up and around. This one goes right down the center, pretty much. And yeah, you just have to manipulate your character so you make the jump. Pretty easy. Then we got this end rod one. This is probably one of the harder ones. Basically, you have to jump onto the end rod and then manipulate your character out like this. Which can be kind of tricky, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Another little ladder jump, which you need to actually be sprinting for to make it across. So do that. There we go. We got a glass pane one here, which you can kind of cheese it a little bit, so it's not really too hard. And then you have to be aware of the head hitter on the way over this one block gap. This one is kind of a cool one. This one you'd think you might be able to jump over, but nope. There's glass panes that are going to hit you in the face. So instead what you got to do is you got to go up here, back this way, and then sprint jump over just like so. So that's nice. This one's a similar thing. Sprint jump and then turn and get onto those blocks with the fences. So like that, almost had it. Almost had it. This one's one of the tougher ones, but not too bad. So there you go. Then we go up this. This is a slime block jump. You got to manipulate your speed in midair here. So I'm going to jump out like this, and then you got to try and make it onto the end rod, so then you can jump through that gap. That's the strategy here. And so let's see if we can do just that. There we go, onto the end rod, and then up and over. Perfect. All right, and then we got some L-shaped jumps, which I for some reason hit my head on. That's fine though. There we go. This way, that way, and up. Perfect. Done with that one. And so next jump is a little bit of a longer jump. You have to jump off a slime block here onto the ladder, then jump off onto the ice block, and then jump a 5 block gap to the trapdoor over here. So this is a little bit more challenging, especially the 5 block, but it's not too terrible. So up here, don't fall off like I just did. That's always a concern, but yeah, gotta make sure not to do that. All right, let's try it again. Missed the ice because I'm trying to jump right on the edge of the ice. That's the way you do this one. Down like this, up and over. There we go. Perfect. All right, and then bounce. Almost. So close. So close. Say hey to Ito. All in caps, apparently. Very cool. It seemed like a little bit of a strong hate from me, I think. Let me make sure and turn off caps. There we go. That's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying. All right. Can I get this one? Nope. I can't. I can't. Like I said, it's a tough jump. It's a hard jump. But hopefully this time, nope. One more time. Let's make sure we got full health. I didn't want to make it weird. Yeah, no kidding. All right, let's see. This one here. Missed the jump. Cool. Go back. All right, this time. 5th time's a charm. Come on. Ah, man. Like I said, people will struggle on this one at some spots. But you just got to keep persistence. Oh, I thought that was it for sure. One more. One more and then we'll skip, I think. This really is not that hard, though. There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Sweet. So then this one, you jump off the trapdoor. You need to sprint. You need to bounce on a slime block here while avoiding the wall here. So, like so. There we go. And then this one is a 1 block Neo, which you have to jump out and then sort of direct your mouse backward to make it across. Except, wow, this is really not a difficult jump. I'm just butchering it. There we go. Perfect. And then, kaboom! Got it. Finished. That's it. That's the whole jungle parkour right there. So, next step is up top. We got to go up top, and we're going to make the 3rd parkour. After a lot of block gathering and placement, you can see we have the outline for the 3rd level of the parkour now complete. So we went with a sort of, I guess, colorful nether theme. So we have the stripped crimson wood, we got the stripped warp wood right here. We have some regular, some hyphae, some warp wood hyphae right there as well. Of course, we got the chiseled nether bricks too. Yeah, if you guys don't know about the chiseled nether bricks, That's because they're not in the game in any place, but you can craft them with 2 slabs worth of nether bricks. So that's how you get these with the wither face on there. In case you didn't know about those, because yeah, it's kind of a shame they don't spawn in the nether fortresses, but maybe that will change at some point in the future or in some other structure. But yeah, we also have shroom lights providing lighting, and of course some deer lava underneath there, which is nice, being held back by the grate, so to speak, of the iron bars. And it looks really nice from underneath too. If I get on down here, you can see what it looks like when you're in this other parkour. You got this sort of like floating aesthetic to it. And also the lava particles do not drip through the glass, so that's nice. Anyways, let's get back up here and take a look. So yeah, basically it follows the same pattern as the bottom parkour, so 9x9 areas to jump in. And then we have these little like side areas here. One cool thing about this though is that the rage quit areas are actually on the inside. So this is the rage quit door. Got a nice crimson door here. So if you rage quit, you just walk in here, you go down this water stream here, and then out. So yeah, we have a little bit of parkour access here in each of the corners. So like for instance, if I go down here, we can utilize this one. And this is also useful because let's say you wanted to practice a jump. Like let's say there's one jump you struggle on this level. You can just come over to one of these bubble columns, parkour access, as you see. Don't mind if I do. Let's just make my way on up here. And voila. We're now inside the parkour. And of course it goes the other way here, like right out this way. So yeah, that's nice. Of course you can't use these doors when you're actually doing a run in the parkour, but yeah, it's nice that we have this sort of like movement around the parkour area. At least I think it is. One other thing that's cool that came of this, as I was building this up and like connecting this to the parkour, I thought, why not utilize some of these other water streams, right? Why not utilize some of these other water streams? So we now have access to the lapis floor in some of the side water columns. So what I mean by that is the floor up here, this lapis floor, this is not an official floor. This is like a maintenance floor, which is why we have the parentheses maintenance. So this is where potentially like redstone components are going to go. We already have some of the redstone for the smelter on this floor, but let me just get up here and show you what I mean. But this whole floor can potentially be utilized for redstone contraptions above here, or potentially in the roof itself, the ceiling itself in the future. Yeah, you can see the smelter redstone stuff we already have here. Just a little bit of it, but yeah, we're now utilizing this as like a way to get up and down. Some of these columns to get up and down here, which I think is super awesome. It's really nice to have these both look good and also function like practically for like utility purposes. And then, you know, of course we still have some of these other ones like this one. This actually leads up to the real 4th floor. So this one says 2 4th floors, so we step in. And this one actually is a bubble column, which takes you up to where our smelter is. And the reason why that's important is because this access point here is not going to last forever. We're going to eventually like close this off and sort of like build this up a little bit probably in some way, in some fashion, so that we can still have access up here, but we want to be able to get to this floor for maintenance and stuff. So that's what those things over there are for now. So that's really cool. I'm really liking that we were able to do that. Just adds a little bit more accessibility around the pyramid. Let's see. Still a lot to do in this area, honestly. We still have to utilize this space here. I want to make the area behind the parkour look a lot better aesthetically. And I'll potentially add some other things for hermits to do. Maybe like a little tutorial area would be nice, because there are some tricks and things that would be nice to sort of share with people. Everybody might not be aware of some of the tricks you need to accomplish like some of these jumps, so that would be nice. Right, also put a ending bit to this parkour, so whenever you finish the parkour, you cross this tripwire here, like so, and you get some red star fireworks right there. So that will be, you know, when you finish this, that'll go off. Didn't have any area here to hide the redstone, so just went with the activated rail on top of the dispenser, and that shoots out the star-shaped firework rockets right there. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to have to be it for me today. Still a lot to do with the parkour, a lot of aesthetics to add, and a lot of functionality, honestly, still to add into some of these areas, including all the jumps on this top level. But for now, I would appreciate it greatly if you could leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Definitely helps out a lot. And be sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this and see the parkour finished up. We're very close to 800,000 subscribers, by the way. So yeah, thank you guys to everyone who has decided to subscribe so far. Thanks for sticking with me. And if you're new here, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Anyways, for now, that's it for me. Thanks again for watching. This has been Code. Goodbye.